Stride, an extreme sport that combines parkour, free running, relay and sprinting, is what made first-year high school student Nana Sakurai enroll in Honan Academy after being captivated by the school's Stride team. Sharing the mutual intention of joining the team is a fellow first-year and Stride maniac Takeru Fujiwara, and together they request to join. Much to their dismay, however, the Stride Club is no longer active due to the lack of members and they are now operating under the Shogi Club. In order to revive the Stride Club, Nana and Takeru recruit the first-year Riku Yagami, a fast runner who is interested in almost every sport. With this new team, the club now aims high at a new goal, to win the prestigious end-of-summer competition and bring the Honan Stride team back to their prime. After a crushing defeat of 21-0 at the National Junior Badminton Tournament, Nagisa Aragaki's love for her sport begins to distort. Unable to deal with the shame of loss, she starts to terrorize the members of her high school badminton club. Her grueling drills bring some to the verge of tears while others quit the club outright. With the team losing members and new prospects being too terrified to join, the future of the badminton club looks exceptionally grim. That is, until Kentaro Tachibana joins as the new head coach. Not only is he an Olympic level player, but he also comes bearing a secret weapon, Ayano Hanesaki, the girl who defeated Nagisa 6 months ago. However, Ayano is not to rival Nagisa remembers, but a girl with conflicted feelings wanting to distance herself from badminton. With a future in sports now on the line, Nagisa must find a way to face her fears of inadequacy, heal her rival's troubled heart, and bring victory to the Kitakomachi High School's badminton club. Rugby is a sport where anybody can be a star when they hold the ball. The rules are simple. One player has to carry the ball past the goalpost across the field while avoiding the other team, who are allowed to use all their force to knock the enemy down. However, the player can pass to a teammate behind them or kick the ball before they are tackled. Unlike other sports, the game continues even when the person holding the ball is taken down. Kenji Gion is a short but feisty high school freshman at Kanagawa High School. Right after the school's opening ceremony, he meets the tall and timid Sumiaki Iwashimizu, and the two of them get an invitation to observe the rugby club. When Gion watches the match, he realizes that even though big and tall guys have an advantage, there are positions for people of all shapes and sizes. Immediately convinced that he has found a sport he can excel at despite his short stature, he signs up, though Iwashimizu declines. Gion is unable to accept Iwashimizu's excuses and drags him back into the sport. Their training becomes intense as they aim to become the champions of Hanazono, the National High School Rugby Championships. In professional sumo, there are no weight classes. It's a savage sport where the strongest survive and anyone willing to test their mettle can step into the ring. There is, however, a minimum size requirement to be a pro sumo wrestler, and young Hinomaru Ushio, incredibly talented and hardworking though he may be, does not meet that requirement. This small boy has big dreams of reaching the highest class of sumo, Hinoshita Kaisan. The only way he could possibly go pro is if he becomes the high school Yokozuna, a title given to the strongest wrestler in high school tournaments. Ushio is under a lot of pressure as well as a time limit. If he can show off his skills in the high school tournaments, he may lose his chance to go pro permanently, and the odds are stacked against him. Instead of enrolling in Ishigami High, the best school for sumo in Japan, he enrolls in Odachi High and must build a sumo club from the ground up with one devout member, Shinya Ozeki. Odachi High is a true underdog of the sumo world, but Ushio has to push forward with all his strength if he's going to make it professionally. This story is about a boy named Tsukamoto who is physically weak yet mentally strong. On the first day of school, he gets invited by his classmate Kazama to a soccer match at night. While playing the game, Kazama finds a hidden potential within Tsukamoto. Watch him as he unravels his abilities to become an outstanding cheerleading runner. This anime teaches us not to give up no matter what, to not blame ourselves just because it didn't work out. You can call yourself a loser when you have the ability to change it if you put your hardest on the line. That is what it means to live.
Yoi! Hey! Nanda koitsu?
East Tokyo United, or ETU, has been struggling in Japan's top soccer league for the past few years. It has taken everything they have just to avoid relegation. To make matters even worse, the team has lost 5 matches in a row, leading to abysmal team morale. Even the fans are beginning to abandon them, and rumors hint that the home ground municipality is going to withdraw their support. With countless coaches fired and poor financial choices in hiring players, it is a downward spiral for ETU. The board of directors, under pressure from general manager Kosei Goto, takes a gamble and hires a new coach, the slightly eccentric Takeshi Tatsumi. Though considered a great soccer player when he was younger, Tatsumi abandoned ETU years ago. However, since then he has proven himself successful as the manager of one of England's lower division amateur teams. Tatsumi's task won't be easy. ETU fans call him a traitor and the team is pitted against others with larger budgets and better players. Yet even the underdog can take down a Goliath, and Tatsumi claims he's an expert at giant killing.
ろくに練習もしてない俺たちがワンオンワンなんかやったって勝てるわけあるまい。
誰も1対1なんて言ってませんよ。
あ
5対1でいい。全員まとめて相手になります。
Lacking what is considered the most important asset in basketball, Sora Kurumatani has struggled with his short height since the inception of his love for the game. Despite missing this beneficial aspect, Sora's unwavering drive never allowed his small stature to dictate his ability to play, believing strongly in trying his hardest and persistently practicing to prove his capability. In hopes of satisfying his mother's wishes, Sora enters Kuzuryu High School to become a member of the basketball club and compete wholeheartedly in tournaments. However, Sora is disappointed to find out that the boys' basketball team is nothing but a retreat for punks who have no interest in the sport. Sora also comes to learn that brothers Chiaki and Momoharu Hanazono, whom he becomes acquainted with, have also lost their once-spirited motivation to play. Gradually affected by Sora's impressive skills, sheer effort, and tireless devotion to basketball, the boys unexpectedly find their burned-out passion for the game rekindling once again.
ツール・ド・フランス全世界200億人を熱狂させこの世で最も過酷なスポーツと言われるこのレースで現時点の総合第1位はなんと日本人篠崎美琴です
Tour de France is the biggest bicycle race in the world. Now, a new achievement is about to be recorded in the history of Tour de France. The top racer is a Japanese boy named Shinozaki Mikoto. "Why don't you join our bicycle club?" said Fukuzawa, Shinozaki's Mikoto's secret lover. Unfortunately, despite being a high school student, he doesn't know how to ride the bike. With no real idea of what the bicycle club is, he earnestly practices. After he overcomes this challenge, while he pedals along, something that was smoldering in his mind for 15 years ignites. "I want to devote myself to bike riding." Experiencing failure with his friends and rivals, he pedals towards becoming the top racer.
今のは悪くなかった。
はい。
Diligent and methodical honor student Eiichiro Maro decides to exercise more during the little free time he has available because he's worried about his health. For this reason, after seeing a flyer, he joins the Southern Tennis Club at the beginning of his freshman year. During his free trial at the club, he meets Natsu Takasaki, another first-year student who is determined on becoming a professional tennis player due to her love for the sport. In contrast, Eiichiro's study-oriented life exists because he believes that it is what he has to do, not because he enjoys it. However, his monotonous days come to an end, as the more he plays tennis, the more he becomes fascinated by it. Baby Steps is a story of a boy who makes the most of his hardworking and perfectionist nature to develop his own unique playstyle. Little by little, Eiichiro's skills begin to improve, and he hopes to stand on equal footing with tennis's best players.
走るの好きか走るの好きか
Former ace runner of Sendai Josei High School, Kakeru Kurahara is chased away from a convenience store for shoplifting. Shaking off his pursuer, he runs into Haiji Kiyose, another student from his university. Haiji is impressed by Kakeru's ability and persuades him to live in Chikusei So, the rundown apartment where Haiji resides along with 8 other students. Having lost his entire apartment deposit at the mahjong parlor, Kakeru accepts the offer reluctantly. However, Haiji reveals a secret during Kakeru's welcoming party. The apartment is actually the dormitory of the Kansei University Trek Club. He unveils his ultimate goal of participating in the Hakone Ekiden, one of the most prominent university marathon relay races in Japan. Unfortunately, all the residents apart from Haiji and Kakeru are complete running novices. Worse still, none of the inhabitants are even remotely interested in being involved with Haiji's ridiculous plan. With only months before the deadline, will the 4th-year student be able to convince them otherwise and realize his elusive dream of running in the Hakone Ekiden? Thank you for watching my list of top 10 underrated or unknown sports anime. Which one was your favorite? Let me know in the comments. Make sure to smash like, subscribe for more anime videos, and I'll see you in the next one.